Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. I've got a topic that I wanted to talk about before I went on vacation last week. I think it's important. I tried to do it, didn't have enough time to fit it in. And I tried to talk about it on the Trash Cash podcast, but those two clowns wouldn't let me talk about it. So we're gonna talk about it today and some other sales as well. Let's go take a look. Hey, I'm gonna jump in really quickly here at the beginning of this video. Then we're gonna roll the rest of the video and I'm gonna make another statement about the last video we did, the bubble wrap controversy and all the other things that are surrounding it. So if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch it and you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you have seen it, that's what this is about. I'm just going to make one statement of clarity for American Bubble Boy, and then I'll deal with the Supply Hut one at the end of, or towards the end of the video, and I'll give you an update on that. I promised you an update along the way, and I've promised to be transparent. This is what we're going to do. When I read through the comments of the video, hey, I appreciate all the sentiment on my behalf. I really do appreciate that. The credit does not go to me, however. I'm not the one who started this stuff. FJ Treasures is the one who did that, so thank you. But I do want to clarify. At one point in the video, I said all these companies are shorting it. Now, if you put it in the context of the rest of the video, I also clarified that there was only one company that was really giving you what they said they would give you, and that was Joel American Bubble Boy. And I just didn't want anybody to lump him in with the rest of these companies. I think on that particular test, which is unscientific, it was just it was short, but it was short by a minuscule amount. In comparison to the other ones, it was not even close. And I got messages from other people saying, hey, I rolled out my American Bubble Boy bubble wrap, and it's actually more than they said it was. And so if there's any company right now that's actually giving you what they say they're giving you, it's this one right here. So big kudos to Joel, and I appreciate him, and I appreciate everybody who sent me those messages. I think that's part of this process, right? All of us. And, if I get something that's a little bit off, here and there, that's one thing. But when we're talking something as much as what we were talking about, that's a big issue. And he's done this right. So appreciate you, Joel, for that. And we are going to give away some bubble wrap later in this video. But I also have a statement from Charlie that I'm going to read, and I hope this is all trending in a direction that will benefit all of us. I thought for sure when I was gone on vacation, I'd see a bunch of these videos come out. I didn't see too many. And to me, this is a big change. And something that, in my opinion, is going to be good for resellers. And we don't hear all that much good news. So I want to talk about this big change to shipping in just a second, but we're gonna do 4 sales first. This is a Jaguar keychain. I don't know if it's Jaguar branded. First I thought maybe it was like a bottle opener with those feet right there. If you can see that or not, but I don't think it is. And it's sold for $9 plus shipping. An item like that, even though the shocking part is losing first-class shipping, everybody's scared of that. But a small item like that really is not going to be affected, even though we're not going to have first-class shipping. It's not going to be affected much, let me say that. There's going to be a little bit. So these shoes, this one came from the mother of all garage sales, y'all. Crazy one. If you've never seen that, go back and look at it. We finally have them all listed. We've had them listed for a while, but now they're cross-posted and they're actually selling. And this is, we cross-list, of course, with list perfectly. Thank y'all for using that link. If anybody's ever interested and it's time for them. And these sold for $27 plus shipping. For those of you who aren't aware, I've picked some items that might help make it a little bit more understandable. And the good thing about this change for the first time is it is understandable, which the post office usually is not. And I've got 4 coffee mugs, Tupperware coffee mugs. And this we did free shipping, which we don't do that often, but we did on these. And I'm curious to see, there you go, 10 ounces should be just fine getting them under 15.9 ounces. And that's one of the things that I want to talk about. Next one, again, is an item that didn't sell on eBay. It also didn't sell using our cross-posting. It sold on Bonanza, which is an automated, I guess you want to call it, cross-listing platform. I don't want to confuse people. It's not really a cross-listing platform. It's a selling platform that automatically generates from eBay. And we make 1 sale a month, maybe. We did this year. It's a 3-striper here, but it's not your typical 3-stripe vintage hat. Made in the USA, which we have a video coming out about that soon. There, made in the USA. It is a Time for Fishing hat, and it sold for $34.65 plus shipping. One thing I used to do when I was teaching is I would start, especially on difficult things, I would start with a big picture and then get everybody on board and comfortable, and then we'd get into the details. So, I don't usually do spreadsheets and charts and all that. I just try to give an overview. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just think about it like this. So before there was, well, there was a bunch. There used to be first class shipping, or there still is, I guess, till July 9th, I think is the date. First class shipping, parcel select ground, and retail ground. We're eliminating all three of those, and we're going to have one. And it's going to be called ground advantage. So it's just simplifying the system. And in the past, it was a really, really important thing to make sure you could stay under 15.9 ounces so you could get the first class rate, which is 1 to 3 day shipping and handling. People like that. It gets there quick. But now they're changing it, and it's, for the most part, in my opinion, going to be a good thing. I'm going to keep it about as simple as possible. Really, not much is going to change for this item right here. It's going to go out at the 4 ounce rate, first class shipping, except for now it's going to be called, what did I say it was going to be called? Ground advantage. So not much is going to change. The price is basically going to stay the same. The prices overall for all three of these are going to go down just a tiny bit, but not anything to write home about. So this is going to go out at the same price that it used to go out, but it's not going to be 1 to 3 days shipping. It's going to be 2 to 4. And it's going to have $100 worth of insurance on it, and that's a good thing. So with first class going away, there's your only real change. 2 to 4 day shipping, plus they give you insurance. With retail ground and parcel select ground, it's going to be a little bit faster, maybe, delivery, and you get that $100 worth of insurance. You cannot use the priority box because we're not talking about priority mail shipping here. However, it makes that jump from 15.9 to, say, 1 pound, 6 ounces or whatever, not that big of a deal if you choose to begin to use non-priority mail. It seems to me the post office wants to get things out of the air, the cost of it, and really make sure that their ground delivery system, this what is going to be called advanced, is going to be their money maker at this point. And then priority mail, in my opinion, you'll probably see it go up in the future. But I don't think it's going to go up right away. I don't, everything goes up eventually, right? But I think this is good. Anybody can ship now, right? That hurdle out there, which might not be good for us resellers. The biggest hurdle for new resellers entering is the hurdle of knowing what to do shipping. It's going to be a little easier at this point, which might encourage more people to jump in the fray, and we can argue about that if you want. But this overall, a slight price decrease, simplification, raising up the insurance rate, and you're losing a little bit of time on the first class, but, the rest of it, I think, is great. The next item is a charity item. You might remember we went to go visit Andrea at the Blessing Place, and she had a few items we picked up and decided we would auction them off, and I can't find any of them here, apparently, because I don't know what I'm doing. I swear they were in here. There they are, right there. Right there. Shed juice drawer. Some California raisins. I'm like, let's put them out there on auction. And the proceeds are headed to Andrea at the Blessing Place. By the way, I guess today's probably Wednesday, depending on when this comes out here. And we have an auction over there on Whatnot, 7 p.m. Eastern Wednesday. And we have a few more items that we're auctioning off for Andrea over there at the Blessing Place. These went for $20.50 plus shipping. And they went to Jared. He says, "Hey, Kevin, I'm so happy to have won this auction and help support a charity. Thank you for what you do. By the way, I always enjoy your history lessons." Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully the next sale is the first of many for this particular item. It was part of a big buyout we did with Mike Deathpile Picker. It's these skull caps. They're not huge money makers, but they're over and over and over and over again. And Hollywood Hulk Hogan, I think that's what this is here. Yep, I believe that's the right one. Gotta make sure. 2 of those sold. Get the quantity sticker off of there already. So they're only going for 15 bucks, but there's like an $8 profit in here. And we got tons of them in there, so it should be a good money maker. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, WCW Nitro. I'll make sure I have the right one. Skull cap, 15 bucks. And of course, it wasn't the right one. I figured Hollywood Hulk didn't have his traditional Hulk colors. It was only black and white. So we found the right one. 15 bucks, free shipping each. And we sold a record to a viewer. So we went to Kevin. And we haven't been selling these cheaper records. This is in great shape, though. A lot lately, but this has been in the store for a while. I think it's Clue. Is that how you pronounce that? Night Songs, Earl Clue. $7 plus shipping. And Ken Lunch Message, thank you for all the content. Really enjoy watching your channels and love you and your family. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy that record. And we sold 2 more Family Guy figures, both of them Peter, but not both of them the same price. I pulled them out a minute ago here. That one right there sold for $20 plus shipping, but this one right here sold for $40 plus shipping. So that's pretty darn good, and they are easy to ship out, and we're gonna make a little bit of money. We got a long way to go still before we make our money back because of the deal we made, but it is still gonna be a big money maker. Now, I'd like to get my average sales price up, but there's just so much low-hanging fruit that's so easy, and I'm still gonna do it. This is an example of that. You've seen me do it many times. These are Parcheesi pieces. You know, you buy a game for 50 cents and then you part it out, and then you got $13 plus shipping right there. And it takes you no time at all. And it's a little plush, really little plush. This is Tramp, Lady and the Tramp. And that little guy right there sold for 12 bucks. A little bit of money. Speaking of plush, I'm going to announce the winner for the 700 feet of American Bubble Boy bubble wrap. Thank y'all, by the way, to Joel, so I appreciate that. So we're going to give away one on this show, and then any comment you write on this show enters you in to win the next one. Could be anything at all. You don't have to say anything about bubble wrap. So, at any rate, the winner this time, I wrote it down. We pulled it earlier. So I got to find it here. It is Sadie's Plush and Stuff. You are the first winner. Contact me on email, exchange some information, and we'll get you a code and have that bubble wrap sent out to you ASAP. And we had a few decent higher dollar items, but we had a lot of low ones today too, which is all right, I guess. Just got to find it. It's not this one. It's a Cake Taker, but it's not that one. I'll have to dig it out of here. Finally dug it out of there. It's a yellow one, and that one sold for $9. It's getting dark out there, and the kids are still playing the giant badminton. They're getting a little better at it, though. So we sold 2 pieces of clothing, and not huge money, but I think the red one there, if I can get it hung up, well, looks like I messed it up. This Liberty University Nike Dry Fit sold for, I don't even know, 14 plus shipping, I think. Yep. And then this, oh, is that purple, magenta, sold for $18 plus shipping. It's the most trouble of any cat we got, huh? That's Boots. Come on, get out of here. You're trouble. All right, we got a homeschool hustler here, and I made a sale. And there's lightning out there, isn't there? Yeah. And Wallen's trying to run away. That one right there, Mary Kay sold for $7.50. All right, we got a couple of varmints and kids. All right, you got a joke for us today? Uh-huh. What you got?
What did the duck say after he bought chapstick?
What did the duck say after he bought chapstick? I don't know. What did he say?
Put it on my dill.
That's really funny. I like that one. Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
I sold another golf club head cover. They're not big money, but they just consistently sell this time of year. And it took me a little while to dig through that, but we got it. Strata 3-wood, and this is low end as they come. Still sold for $10 plus shipping. Sold another RC battery, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty on these right here, and they're always headed out of here for 25 bucks. One more quick statement before I read Charlie's statement. This is from me. I have asked Charlie to redirect all funds that were due to me and subsequent funds for this sponsorship to all be redirected into an effort to reimburse the people that have been shorted in this. And then I'm going to give you a little, I don't know if it's a statement, it's kind of a summary of what Charlie said. I mentioned earlier in the video and on last video, I would give you an update to the process as it's unfolding. We have removed our links to Supply Hut. I felt like that was absolutely the right thing to do. I still feel that way, even after I'm going to read you this comment here, this statement from Charlie. I still feel that's the right thing to do until all things are resolved. And I will say that reading this is the kind of thing I was hoping for, and I hope to see it continue. So I'm going to read this and just start with the fact that, and these are his words here, we are owning this issue and we are looking to make this issue right. Okay? And he is taking steps. I'm not going to read the whole thing because you wouldn't want to sit here and listen to it all, but I will just highlight a couple things here. He was away when this came out, so this is, you know, by the time you hear this, he may be back yet. He confirmed that there are issues now with the well, he confirmed, we already knew this, with the bubble wrap and the craft paper rolls, but he also had his employees look into other products as well. He's looking into the foam rolls right now, and he says that their findings are that some of them, let's see, I don't want to give words that aren't his here. Also, let's see, look at the foam rolls also, and we have a few problems there as well. Let's see, new craft paper rolls are on order and should be cycled into inventory in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Manufacturer is going to be taking these old rolls back. We'll keep you posted, and let me see what else. I'm trying to summarize all this and putting in safeguards, of course, quality controls and all that stuff. I'm awaiting their response. They can correctly set the items up for manufacturing correctly. That's the key, right? What else? We would also, then this isn't going to happen just yet because he's not back to put it in place, but this is the important part to me. And I didn't mention this on the last episode, but I'm mentioning it here. Is yes, things need to be put in place going forward, but you also got to look back. And that's what I was hoping to hear, and it looks like it's starting the process. So we guarantee our products here. We need to guarantee our products here. And he says here that people will be refunded the difference in what was missing from their products. So there's one step in the right direction, and also offer a one-time 50% off coupon code, which I have no code yet. I don't have any updates on that yet. But 50% off coupon code to any customer who wants to purchase other items that are on the website now, because those have been taken down. So look, I'm not sitting here going to promise everybody that everything's right. I think this is going to be a process. And I hope that not just Supply Hut, I hope all these companies take the time to do exactly this. And I hope that, I think this is already happening because I'm seeing it in my inbox constantly. And people are counting this and counting that. And I buy my bubble wrap from here, and now I'm measuring this. You know, complain. Go tell these folks, get your refunds, do whatever it takes, because the reality is a lot of these companies, you know, there's a big expense in customer service. And nobody wants to deal with the complaints. But if we all demand what we're getting is what we should be getting, they're going to have no choice but to deal with it. Or if you're buying it through a third party, you know, an eBay platform or something like that, you know, there's protections in place there too. So it sounds to me like we're headed in the right direction here with issuing refunds for people being shorted, as well as 50% off coupon code. I have no updates on that, so I don't know what to tell you. That's not my side of the spectrum. All I can do is take my links down and give you an updated story as we continue. But there's where we're at for now. So there you go. All right, Reagan is here and wants to thank one person for buying something out of CommonwealthPicker.com. What do you got?
I forgot.
I don't remember his name.
Wait, he got an animal man though. John?
Steve from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Look at this dog.
No.
You're pathetic. Oh, yeah. Wake right up. I got you. And he got an Enema Man. And we have an actual Enema Man for auction May 31st, tomorrow, probably, when you're hearing this. Or maybe it's today. We're going to be doing a Whatnot auction and doing some charity stuff. And Reagan has a hand-painted tape gun over there. It's going to be a fun time. Come over and check us out. 7 p.m. Eastern, May 31st.
Bye. And don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
All right, check out what we got, y'all. It says, hey, Kevin, here's an Enema. I said I'd send you on the Discord. Hope enjoy for all the content. That's very, very sweet of you. AJ's Toys and More on eBay. Thanks. Can I read that? Ian IAIN Jex is very sweet of you, and we will do a 50-50 later this year. Rip that sucker open, show them what
rip
it is.
I didn't know if you wanted me to rip it or not.
Yeah. So we know what these are. These are the Enema Christmas ornaments. And we'll do a 50-50 charity auction later this year. Very cool. Thank you very, very much for that.